Bellator MMA from Pachanga Arena. The time has come for the semi-final round of the $1 million lightweight World Grand Prix. To conclude tonight's historic Bellator 300, we feature five-minute rounds for the Bellator Lightweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner Peter Villegas, Chair, Executive Officer at Cage Side, Mr. Andy Foster. And now, introducing the blue corner first. At 5'10", weighing in 154.8 pounds, the former Bellator lightweight champion, now ranked at number 4, holds 12 professional victories, 3 losses by way of Eugene. He fights out of Portland, Oregon, presenting the challenger, Brad. And across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner at 5'11", weighing in 154.8 pounds, flawless inside the Bellator cage at 6-0. He's perfect overall with 17 professional victories, no defeats. In the second defense of his world title, he fights out of San Jose, California. Ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated, reigning and defending Bellator lightweight world champion, Usman Nurmagomedov. And when the bell rings, the man in charge, referee Jason Herzog.
Fighters, there were no questions from you, Blue. There were no questions from you, Red. You've already touched gloves. I'm not ready to fight.
The main event of Bellator 300. Usman Nurmagomedov, the 7th man to hold the Bellator Lightweight Championship. 11 first-round finishes for the champ. All 8 of Brent Primus's finishes have come in the opening stanza, and he says he is going to try to get Nurmagomedov out of there as soon as possible. The bell, round number 1. And Primus told us he's always looking for the first-round finish, always trying to be aggressive, of course. When you're taking on a guy like Usman Nurmagomedov, you have to be very cognizant of all that he brings to the proverbial table, including a dynamic kicking attack.
Look, he's got a fantastic kicking attack. Brent Primus has got good kicks, but he's going to have a hard time landing them against Usman without Usman making him pay for those. This is why I say Brent's got to close that distance, get in the grill of Usman Nurmagomedov, and stay there throughout this fight until he gets it to the ground.
Calf kick by the defending champion Nurmagomedov, who began Muay Thai training at 7, went into Taekwondo, and of course when you represent his part of the world under the tutelage of the late great Abdul Manap Nurmagomedov, his cousin Abib Nurmagomedov. Usman Nurmagomedov is known as a wrestling background, but this is where he is most comfortable. He's telling us, and his swagger continues to grow with each and every fight and performance.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's no doubt. Look, everyone knows Abib Nurmagomedov, and he lived off of grappling.
Smashing.
But Usman and his brother Umar, they're different. They live off of striking with the ability to wrestle when they want.
And Primus coming into a clinch here now, and the knee from Nurmagomedov creating some separation to land those knees, and then a push kick to the midsection, and just a volleying of kicks here, a salvo of attacks by Nurmagomedov, and Primus trying to find a way to close the distance.
But when you're looking at those keys to victory, I talked about that, go to the body. That's what he's doing with that front push kick. He's eating
a spinning back kick by Nurmagomedov. Grab kick by Primus, spinning back fist by the former champion, and again they clinch along the fence.
All this is good for Brent. Oh, that was a clean elbow. Nice exit by Usman Nurmagomedov. Always want to leave them something to think about on the exit, and that's what he did with that beautifully placed left elbow.
AKA in San Jose, where Nurmagomedov trains, Javier Mendez, longtime trainer, says that Nurmagomedov is the most gifted fighter he has ever seen. And think about the fighters that Javier Mendez has cornered.
Yeah, just a couple. We can go through this. Cain Velasquez, Dan Cormier, BJ Penn. I mean, oh my God. And Habib.
Yeah, and Habib.
And look, he's saying, this guy is the most talented.
25 years of age, 17-0, 8 knockouts, 6 submissions, and a kick to the face.
That was a beautiful question mark kick.
And that question mark kick set up the finish against Benson Henderson as he knocked Henderson down before submitting him with the rear naked choke in the first round. And there's a takedown by Nurmagomedov, elbows to the face of Primus, and Primus, very comfortable off his back, has a gogoplata victory.
He's got many submissions off of his back. He is good there, but Usman is not a fish out of water here. He's very comfortable in this, and he has a very solid ground and pound. You know, a lot of people look at ground and pound and they think, oh, you're just throwing punches. It is a skill set unto itself, and he is very good with it.
Nurmagomedov secures the first takedown of the fight with just over a minute left here in the opening round. And right now, Primus controlling Nurmagomedov's posture. Keeping him close. Under a minute left in the first frame.
Primus trying to get that heel dug into the hip area of Nurmagomedov so he can start to elevate and push him away. Unable to actually get it to hook in.
Body shots by Nurmagomedov from top position, half guard of Primus. 30 seconds left in the opening round. Semi-final matchup in the $1 million lightweight World Grand Prix. The other semi-final matchup between former champion Patricky Pitbull and Alexander Shapley will go down in Chicago, November 17 at Bellator 301. Bell in round 2, according to our stats, Nurmagomedov outstruck Primus 39-8, and then, of course, scored the only takedown, although Primus was able to avoid any further damage on the ground from Nurmagomedov. How do you have it after 1, or do I need to ask?
I don't think you need to ask that. 10-9, Usman Nurmagomedov, no doubt about it. But I think the one thing that Usman was doing in that is he was telling Brent Primus, I'll go to the ground with you and let's see what you can do. Oh, you can't do anything to me. Nice hard feints by Brent Primus. He's going to have to throw off of one of those, getting Usman to react.
And there Usman changes, Nurmagomedov changes levels, and they clinch again with, oh, and Primus throws an elbow off the break. This is with the combination and jab to the body by Nurmagomedov before he pulls back. Push kick to the midsection of the challenger. There's that question mark kick again by Nurmagomedov. Beautiful. Right hand finds its target for Nurmagomedov. Always at range, John. Always right where he needs to be.
That's the thing. He controls the range so well based upon the accuracy of his shots, that just the plethora of techniques that he can throw.
Right hand by Nurmagomedov as Primus was looking to find a way in. Oh, hook kick from Nurmagomedov. Beautifully done.
What you're seeing is all these techniques, and that's what makes him so difficult. You never know exactly where he's coming from or what he's going to throw. And you've got not to take that chance. Take a look at those total strikes landed. 12 of 38 for Primus, 51.
73%.
Is that a good average?
Unbelievable.
See, again, right there. Simple jab, simple front teep up the middle. He lands both.
Checker by Nurmagomedov. Primus comes in but telegraphs his attack. There's a jab to the body by Nurmagomedov. There's a three-punch combination, and Primus able to evacuate before eating the knee from Nurmagomedov.
I look at it, I don't want to say that Brett's getting a little bit desperate, but he's trying to figure out a way to get in and land those shots. He's working different angles, kicks. Every now and then he lands it. For the most part, ones that he normally lands to the legs are not landing. You see Usman either checking it or actually just moving his leg above it.
Jumping knee attack by Nurmagomedov, who has a 25-6 edge in terms of kicks landed as Primus changes levels and looking for the takedown. Meanwhile, Nurmagomedov doing a good job of defending, and a minute and a half now remains in the second.
That just shows you how good the defensive wrestling of Usman Nurmagomedov is.
And Primus was talking to us about his wrestling. He felt that his wrestling was going to be a key for him offensively and defensively. Final 60 seconds of the second. Primus trying to use the jab to get inside, spinning.
So you look at what just occurred right there, Mauro, and you look at just that beautiful little lean back. That was a nice attempt at the spinning wheel kick by Primus, and it just slides right by.
Responsible defense by the defending champion Usman Nurmagomedov, lands the left body kick and then a side kick to the midsection of Primus. Primus attacking the lead leg of the southpaw stance of Nurmagomedov. So Nurmagomedov's offense a bit muted here in the second round, but still in control as we go to round number 3 of this Bellator Lightweight Championship fight, the semifinals of the Lightweight World Grand Prix. Round number 3. And for Brent Primus, needs to go to a plan B and C to try to solve the puzzle of the undefeated Usman Nurmagomedov, and Primus coming forward with an attack.
Well, you gird the corner of Nurmagomedov, Javier Mendez, and look, you're controlling the range perfect. That's what I want. You can do whatever you want. And when you control range, you can basically do what you want in the fight. That's what Nurmagomedov is doing right now. He's able to control that range. Primus needs to bring this into a boxing range. Right now it's in a kickboxing range, and he just can't seem to touch Nurmagomedov with anything of substantial power.
The pull back by Nurmagomedov. There's Javier Mendez, Cain Velasquez, and the rest of the AKA corner here for Usman Nurmagomedov.
Beautiful. Nice.
Nurmagomedov, body kick by Primus.
Nice kick by Primus.
Another body kick from Nurmagomedov, and he is out kicking Primus 35-9. Now knee to the midsection by Nurmagomedov. Elbows from Nurmagomedov. body kick from Nurmagomedov. Just the rhythm of Nurmagomedov keeping Brent Primus from pulling that trigger. Every time you think Primus is about to come forward like he does there, misses, and then Nurmagomedov able to reestablish the range and land kicks, although that one was checked by Primus. Midway point.
Almost looks like we're watching Nurmagomedov right now. He's in almost like a sparring session. Just able to control his opponent where he wants in the fight. Every time you see Primus coming in, it's something that tells him, oh, I got to step back.
Nasty body kick.
And I love the fact that Brent Primus keeps on working to try to get himself inside. He just can't figure out how he's going to get to where he needs to be.
Nice defense by Nurmagomedov, ducking and weaving underneath. Continues to batter the body with those kicks. Oh, right cross, clip to chin of Brent Primus.
Boy, he ate that well, too, because it didn't seem to have effect. That was a solid shot by Usman. You could hear it.
And here in round 3, it is all Usman Nurmagomedov.
Now you're seeing Usman, it looks like he's starting to step it up a little bit in that offensive output.
Yeah, he's thrown the most strikes of any round and almost landing as many as he did in that opening frame. A minute left in the third. But Brent Primus trying to find a way, trying to utilize the jab, trying to attack the lower extremities of Nurmagomedov, but unable to close the distance effectively. And every time he tries, he pays for it.
But you take a look at what Usman is doing, it's just action, it's poetry, man. I mean, it's just beautiful, technical fighting, controlling distance, landing with accuracy. Can't ask for anything more.
We are headed to the championship rounds. The main event of Bellator 300, the lightweight title up for grabs.
In his career, it's like,
And gotta find a way. He's going to become champion. There's that question mark kick from the left side by Usman Nurmagomedov. Grab from Primus, doesn't follow up with the right hand. Cracks down Nurmagomedov.
And you can't blame him for not following up with the right hand because he was out of range and he knew it. You know, he's going after him with that jab, and Nurmagomedov is getting such distance from him. It's like, there's no way that that right hand, if he throws, it's going to...
There's the right hand by Primus, bounced off the shoulder of Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov defends it and opens up on Primus along the fence, and there's the trip, the takedown attempt. Referee Jason Herzog puts him back in the same position, caught Primus grabbing the fence.
Yep.
And there's a trip takedown by Nurmagomedov, take 2.
Exact, because that was the exact takedown he tried when Primus grabbed the fence. So, good job by Jason Herzog to see it, put him back in position. Don't let him get away with the grab. He didn't have to take the point. Josh Thompson's going to argue with me about that. Should have taken the point. He's a good one.
3 minutes left here in the first of our 2 championship rounds. Elbow from Nurmagomedov.
That's the ground and pound that he can start up with. Great job by Primus to control the posture, but man,
Locking him down.
you better keep him locked down, because if you don't, he's going to end up landing big time on you.
He's still landing shots to the body with that free left.
Primus is now opened up a little bit.
And Nurmagomedov opening him up like a fridge at midnight under 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth. And Nurmagomedov has been a nice good killer here in his MMA career. Again, just 25 years of age, his 18th professional fight. 2 minutes left in the fourth. Blood into the eyes of Brent Primus. Framing is Nurmagomedov looking to open up. Some ground and pound.
As soon as he's able to break through that, you saw him opening up his shots. Primus trying to bring him back down. Nurmagomedov looking at his corner and telling him, "It's okay, trust me, I'm good."
In the fourth round, Nurmagomedov has outstruck Brent Primus 125 to 23. Has landed the takedowns in this fight. In every statistical department, it is all reigning Bellator lightweight champion Usman Nurmagomedov. But here's the guard game of the flexible Brent Primus, now closed guard. 30 seconds left in the round.
But still unable to mount any kind of true offense. And at this point, with both guys being sweaty, it's going to be very difficult to lock in any type of choke or submission.
Final 5 minutes of our championship fight. Fifth and final round, Nurmagomedov went the 5-round distance to dethrone Patricky Pitbull to become Bellator lightweight champion. Patricky Pitbull will square up with Alexander Shabley in the other semifinal at Bellator 301 November 17. But here we are, the final 5 minutes. Can Brent Primus do what he said he was going to do and shock the world?
Well, this is where when I said you got to make it dirty and grimy. Brent Primus, you need to make this dirty and grimy. You just got to go forward, bite down on the mouthpiece. You're going to lose this fight on a decision if this round comes to an end. So you got to finish him to get that victory.
Said at the start of the fight, all 8 of Primus's finishes came in the first round, so he is looking for uncharted territory here, trying to navigate these tumultuous waters.
You got to give it to Brent Primus as far as like he has continuously attempted to try to unlock this riddle that is Usman Nurmagomedov. There's just too many things coming his way. He just can't figure out how to get inside and hold him inside and connect. It's just not there. And it's frustrating for him, but he keeps on working hard and trying to make something happen.
Turbulent waters indeed, the face beginning to show the damage done by Usman Nurmagomedov. Sticking to that 1-2 out of range. Ducks underneath, grabs the body lock, has Primus along the fence.
This is what makes Nurmagomedov so different. His wrestling is outstanding, so he's not an easy person to take to the ground if that's where your skill set is. Stand-up is just absolutely sniper-like. Shot by Primus. Take a look at those strike stats. 26 to 110, 24% for Brent Primus. 150 of 248, 51.
Under 2 minutes left in this fight. Primus trying to come forward. Level change by Nurmagomedov. Deposits Primus on his back for yet another takedown. And yet, Primus has done a good job of neutralizing Nurmagomedov on the ground. He still gets hit with a lot of shots, but Nurmagomedov hasn't been able to posture up and do some real serious damage with the ground and pound.
That's true, but he also has not been able to go into any type of true submission attack, which shows you where Nurmagomedov is as far as his ground game.
Top position, the pressure from up top, and Usman Nurmagomedov content to let this play out the way it's going right now. 1:19 left in this fight.
Primus here in a closed guard. That's just telling you right now. He's holding on, trying to keep himself from being damaged, but there is no attack. He's got to open those legs up. Every time those legs go closed, it's telling you he's being defensive. Now he's trying to get some type of attack. Got the knee shield inside. Push him off.
Left hands from Nurmagomedov to the face of Primus.
That's what happens when you open up trying to get yourself back to your feet. There is that opening.
Dominant performance by the 25-year-old undefeated Bellator lightweight champion Usman Nurmagomedov, who is on his way to booking passage to the $1 million final of the lightweight World Grand Prix. He will either face Patricky Pitbull in a rematch or take on Alexander Shabli in the final. Their semifinal next month in Chicago at Bellator 301. This one is academic.
Oh, yes, it
is. Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go down to your three judges. Derek Cleary, Ron McCarthy, Chris Lehman. I'll have it exactly the same at 50 to 45. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, who advances to the final round of the $1 million World Grand Prix. And he is still the Bellator lightweight world champion, Usman Nurmagomedov.
Clean sweep for the Bellator lightweight champion, Usman Nurmagomedov, who improves to 18-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, make some noise for tonight's champions here at Bellator 300!
All three champions, lightweight champion Usman Nurmagomedov, featherweight champion Chris Cyborg, flyweight champion Liz Carmouche, maintain their hold on the gold here at Bellator 300, the Gold Rush.
PFL Championship after a successful run to the PFL Europe. And here is your main event tale of the tape. Usman Nurmagomedov and Alexander Shabli. Nurmagomedov, 26 years of age. Shabli is 31. Nurmagomedov, the taller fighter here at 5 feet 11 inches. Both men weighed in at the championship limit of 155 pounds. Reach advantage on arms and legs, favoring Nurmagomedov.
All right, gentlemen, fourth round.
Let's pick up the action in round 4.
Well, we don't know what the judges think. We know the fans, or the bettors, think that Nurmagomedov is well ahead. Look at those odds heading into the championship rounds. They've been close rounds, but Nurmagomedov just a bit more active and initiating a little bit more. That might be the difference.
Combination there from Usman. He had to throw it while off balance because of the inside leg kick from Shabli.
Combination from Shabli. Left hook, right hand behind it, running into a knee. Is that it?
Eye poke here. Shabli knows it, or he would have attacked.
Wow, I thought that was caused by a knee. I thought this was over. But I think you're right, an eye poke.
It's always a strong indication when the offending fighter does not try to pounce on an opportunity.
That knee didn't land. Yeah, it was poke right to the eye.
Totally accidental. A symptom of the open gloves. Alexander Shabli knew it.
You good? You're okay. Hold on a second. Hey. Hold on. Hey. Watch your fingers. I've been warning you, both of you. Okay? That is a hard warning right here. One more eye poke, that's it. I'm going to do duck points. You understand? Do you understand that? Okay, young man. Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. All right, gentlemen, shake hands. Let's go.
Mike Beltran adjudicating that eye poke with a stern warning.
As he's been warning both fighters before the eye poke to keep their fingers in. He said, one more, I'm taking a point.
He understands, the referee does, the stakes in this fight, made it clear, made sure that the fighter understood. That is excellent referee work from Beltran, as we expect from a guy as experienced as him.
One of the best in the business. Yep.
Feints, use more feints.
Good sharp body kick from Alexander Shabli. Usman switches stances yet again. Halfway through round 4 now.
Might be a little more urgency here from Shabli. Great job on that level change, but once again, great balance. Both of these fighters.
Chest to chest for a moment here as they clash near the center of the cage. Usman offered a knee.
Shabli's really been hurt.
His hand got up, but the hand is definitely not enough to fully block that. He let go of the choke, but now Usman Nurmagomedov sprawling heavy, trying to keep Alexander Shabli underneath him.
Shabli exposing his neck yet again. Sequence of the fight so far from Nurmagomedov.
And this takedown happened right in front of the Nurmagomedov corner as he tries to set up this arm triangle.
Good job from Chablis. Saw the arm triangle coming, able to get that elbow down.
Butterflies here from the bottom position for Alexander Chablis. Good elbow from the top.
.30 seconds left. How much will Nurmagomedov pour it on? That's the question. Great job spinning out of that heel hook position.
Right back to the top. Final 10 seconds of the fourth round here. Chablis back to his feet. We will head to the fifth and final round in this championship bout between Alexander Chablis and Usman Nurmagomedov.
Fifth and final round. We got to fight. We got to fight. Have him go.
Watching his cousin fight, but he's got to be pleased about how that fourth round ended.
Bellator Champion Series fifth and final round in this title fight between Usman Nurmagomedov and Alexander Chablis. You see the live odds reflecting Nurmagomedov's momentum in this fight. It would appear, Jimmy, that Chablis has 4.5 minutes to pull off a finish.
Hoping one of those counter right hands doesn't just land, but lands with authority. Problem is with the movement of Nurmagomedov, that's like putting all your chips on 42 red, hoping it comes up. He's been initiating so well tonight. Tactical, playing the outside. The right hand's been a factor for Chablis, but I think it's gotten less effective as this fight has worn on. Now Chablis in a position he doesn't want to be in. Remember, he's a counter striker. He's not used to being the one having to push the pace and throw that first strike. Well, I think he has to in this final round where Nurmagomedov can play the outside and probably still walk away with the title. Never want to think you have it in the bag, but I would argue he's probably ahead.
The fight stats do reflect that. He's landed 55% of his strikes. Chablis under 40%. Halfway through this final round, and Alexander Chablis having a hard time pulling the trigger here late. Usman Nurmagomedov keeping things out of kicking range.
And also, if you ask yourself, fatigue's a factor. So far, Nurmagomedov still keeping the footwork going, keeping those kicks very, very active. Decent right hand sneaking in from Chablis, but hasn't been able to take Nurmagomedov off his feet. Crowd getting restless with 1:30 left. No surprise there.
The lack of activity in this fifth round upsetting some of the locals here in San Diego. Usman Nurmagomedov taking the cautious approach here, dancing around the outside of the circle. again, Shably's style maybe just not equipped to try and pull something off late.
Not an initiator. He's not the guy who likes to throw first. And Nurmagomedov has not given him the countering options in this 5th round.
Now Nurmagomedov grabs a hold of Shably, presses him against this barrier here.
Will he sell out for the takedown with 30 seconds left? That's the question.
The live odds seem to have decided that Usman Nurmagomedov is on his way to a title defense. Minus 15,000 now on the defending champion.
Well, the question of would the year off affect his timing, affect his aggression? That has not been the case. A year off, and he's looked as sharp as ever tonight.
Shably chasing things very late. Too little, too late. Final bell. Usman Nurmagomedov and Alexander Shably. Title fight goes to the judges' scorecard.
Your first judge, Derek Cleary, sees the fight 50-45, while judges Michael Bell and Chris Lieben both see it the same 49-46. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, Bellator lightweight world champion, Usman Nurmagomedov.
Usman Nurmagomedov, 18-0. The 4th decision victory of his undefeated career.
I'm here with your winner, Usman Nurmagomedov. Khabib as well. Khabib, before we get into this, man, the emotions right now, getting this win. I saw you in the corner, almost choking out the fellow cornerman, man. How are you feeling about this victory?
Guys, first of all, I want to say thank you for Shably. He is a very, very tough opponent. He trained with us before, like 6-7 years ago, and we know he is a very tough opponent, and that's why it was very, very important fight for us. Because you know, sometimes like when you're growing, when you're 26 and you fight with somebody who is 32, they both on prime, but 32 is much better than 26. And if you beat him, you jump on the different level. And I think Usman is right now one of the best lightweight in the world. You know, I was before, now is our brother Islam, and Usman is next. And you know, this is dynasty. I think many years people gonna talk and they don't even understand why. Because we work so hard and we believe to Allah and we believe ourselves.
Speaking of that, Usman, I gotta ask you, how did it feel a year off from the cage? How was your timing? How did everything feel coming back?
First of all, I wanna say Alhamdulillah for everything. I'm not believe, to be honest, this guy is such a tough. Alexander Shably is, I think, one of the best lightweight right now in the world. It was a very tough fight for me. He's a very tough guy. All respect to him, to his team. Thank you so much, Alexander. And you know, I'm happy now. But at the same time, I'm a little bit sad because of involved have some, you know, very hard, like very bad situation. It's Gaza. I think the world have to attention. Their kids died, people died. This is genocide, and you have to start this. This is my opinion, and about fight, I'm a little bit happy, and that's it. You know, I did really. I pushed all 3-4 months. You know, and this fight, I wanna. Как будет? Я посвящаю эту победу.
I dedicate.
I dedicate this fight for my uncle, Usman Nurmagomedov.
Quick question about your future. Of course, AJ McKee, cage side, so many great 155-pounders. How do you feel about your future here in Bellator?
Look at this. Please, all eyes on this match. Road to Dubai. I want to fight in Dubai. I want to defend my title next in Dubai. Give me this chance.
You heard it. Looking to fight in Dubai. Please give it up, Usman Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen.
Usman Nurmagomedov, continues the reign of that Nurmagomedov dynasty. Thank you for watching. We will see you Saturday night, September 14th, for more Bellator Champion Series action from London, England. Go to Bellator.com for the latest information on the Bellator Champion Series. For Jimmy Smith and Michael C. Williams, I am Sean O'Connell. Stay well, everybody.
Bellator MMA live from San Jose. The time has come for fight number 2 of the $1 million Lightweight World Grand Prix quarterfinals. Tonight's main event, 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Lightweight World Championship. And now first introducing the blue corner. At 5'9", weighing in 154.6 pounds, the two-time lightweight world champion in his quest for a third reign tonight makes his third challenge for Bellator Gold as a professional. He stands with 30 victories, 5 coming by knockout, 9 by submission, against 11 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the challenger, Smooth Benson. Across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner at 5'11", weighing in 154.8 pounds. After a dominant victory to win the title tonight, he makes his first defense, entering as an undefeated professional at 16-0 with 8 wins by knockout, 5 coming by submission. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the defending Bellator lightweight world champion, Usman Nurmagomedov. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge, prix.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Gonna keep it clean, touched up. Let's do it.
Electricity palpable here at the Shark Tank in San Jose, California for the Bellator Lightweight Championship. There it is. Most prestigious prize in the sport and an opportunity to go to the semifinals in the $1 million World Grand Prix. Benson Henderson, as much as the last time I checked, a 20-1 underdog.
Crazy. Especially crazy when there are absolutely ways for him to win this fight.
Body kick by Nurmagomedov, and he is really...
Oh, he earned a bad with a kick.
With that kick, Usman Nurmagomedov, a.k.a. Sir Kicks-A-Lot, just kicked Benson Henderson, and Henderson in trouble, but the saving grace for Henderson, he is very good at scrambling, but he's in trouble now.
He is battered, he has taken big shots. That kick to the head, it's scrambling, he was in trouble. We're gonna see what Usman can do at this point. It would almost be better for him to get up off him and make him stand.
Anderson trying to recover, meanwhile steady dive of right hands from the back by the defending champion. Henderson got clocked by the kick of Usman Nurmagomedov, and he is in trouble early.
Early with 4 minutes basically left in this round. Benson Henderson finds himself in a place he never expected at this point.
Usman Nurmagomedov has 10 first-round finishes, looking for his 11th, and looking for his 3rd rear naked choke, but one thing about Benson Henderson throughout his illustrious career, he is the Houdini of MMA when it comes to escapes. Otherworldly escapes.
Incredible durability, too. I've seen him get hurt multiple times and always fights his way out. That's what he's doing right now. He's trying to keep from being put face down onto the mat.
Henderson has been submitted twice in his career. But the last time he was submitted was against Anthony Pettis, and that was back in 2013.
He You're seeing Usman trying to set that choke up, but he does not have that set. That's why you saw both hands staying on the ground for Benson to try to get himself. He's going to try to use that cage, get himself back to his feet.
And Henderson has not only had to defend against Nurmagomedov, but he's trying to still clean out the cobwebs, I think, John, after the nasty kick he took.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And this may be the coup de grace for Usman Nurmagomedov. Henderson trying to alleviate the pressure, trying to avoid the choke.
Henderson's doing just fine right now.
No, he's not. Usman Nurmagomedov vanquishes Benson Henderson and does it in quick fashion as he records an amazing victory to retain the Bellator lightweight belt and move on in the $1 million World Grand Prix. 24 years of age and now a perfect 17-0 with his 14th finish, John.
He was being so calm. I felt that he felt like he was in control of the position as far as knowing when it was going to be too much for him. Obviously it was. Had to tap out. It's sad to see with Benson Henderson. But beautiful win. Watch what happens here. Watch this kick. Comes up, beautiful question mark kick right on the jaw. He never saw the change in the kick. Watch this angle here. It'll show you. He brings it low, up high. Fantastic technique. Beautifully executed by Usman. The hand comes down. Watch how fast this happens. Play this real speed. Look at what happens. Watch. Bep. Beautifully done. The only guy that throws a better question mark kick is Luke Rockhold. Usman has got a plethora, and here he is.
Speaking of a Strikeforce alum,
there you go. There's the tap out. Just too much, too many things happening, too much damage done, and just too good of a young champion in Usman Nurmagomedov.
Brothers celebrating, and for Usman Nurmagomedov, the question mark kick setting up the submission finish, and there's still, well, the answer to the question, who can beat Usman Nurmagomedov at this stage? No one, as again, he improves to 17-0, takes out one of the most decorated lightweights in the sport's history, and yet those odds makers may have known a thing or two as Usman Nurmagomedov, again, with his 11th first-round finish. And does this mean the finish of Benson Henderson's illustrious career, losing here in the quarterfinals of this lightweight World Grand Prix? Let's go to Michael C. Williams to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's main event, the tap comes by way of a rear naked choke, officially 2 minutes 37 seconds into round number 1 by submission. He advances to the semi-final round of the World Grand Prix, and he is still Bellator lightweight world champion, Usman Nurmagomedov.
The ever-classy Benson Henderson applauding the performance, and there, the equally classy Usman Nurmagomedov, two tremendous representatives of the sport. The past being represented by Benson Henderson at 39, but the future so bright for our undefeated champion. Let's go to Big John McCarthy.
I'm here with your champion, Usman Nurmagomedov. Usman, that was a beautifully executed question mark kick. You brought it, making it look low. You brought it up high. It landed flush. At that moment, did you know, oh, this is my time. I know I've got him.
Отлично выступили сегодня, вы показали, с самого начала вы доминировали и все провели замечательный финиш. Поздравляем вас.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I want to say, can I speak Russia? Because of today in San Jose, have a lot of brothers from Dagestan. Salam alaikum, say. And я бы хотел в первую очередь выразить слова благодарности моему оппоненту Бену Хендерсону. Это живая легенда этого спорта, и на таких бойцах все мы, молодые ребята, старались равняться, и всего ему хорошего в его дальнейшем пути.
I would like to thank everybody who supported me. You know, guys, it's very important, all of your support that you showed me, and I'm going to show you even more, and we have more work to do. Thank you.
In taking on a legend like Benson Henderson, coming into this cage, was there anything you were thinking about fighting someone who had been through so many battles, shown such toughness before you had to face off with him?
Подходя к такому бойцу с таким опытом, вы боялись, может быть, что что-то он может сделать, чего вы хотели избегать, может быть, чего-то вы ожидали, что может быть опасным с его стороны?
Ну, Бен Хендерсон — это очень опасный оппонент. Его никогда нельзя недооценивать, и я был очень сильно сфокусирован, я не торопился, я не собирался торопить события, и выходя на этот бой, я был очень холоднокровен, я не собирался никуда спешить. У меня были 25 минут, поэтому я был готов на все 25 минут. Хвала Всевышнему, закончилось так, как закончилось.
Benson is an opponent you cannot underestimate. Obviously, we prepared to go for full 5 rounds. I knew I have 25 minutes to see what's going on, where he's going. But again, we put a lot of work into it, and obviously you see it pays off now.
You're going to face the winner of Brent Primus versus Mansour Barnaoui. Do you have a preference on who it is, or you don't care because you're the man holding that belt?
Теперь вам предстоит встретиться с победителем следующего боя Мансури и Примуса. У вас есть предпочтение, какого оппонента вы хотели бы увидеть?
No, I don't care. Anybody. I don't care. I'm not...
I don't choose, I don't pick.
Sounds good to me. Congratulations on a beautiful victory.
Yes. И я бы хотел напоследок сказать слова благодарности тем людям, которые окружают меня, тем людям, которые вдохновляют меня, мотивируют меня, которые рядом со мной всю мою жизнь. И это в первую очередь мои родители.
I would like all the people who support me, who motivate me, and first of all, those are my parents.
Congratulations.
Last one. Dada, salam alaikum.
Congratulations on a great win. Still the champion, Usman Nurmagomedov. I'm here with an MMA legend, a man that I've been able to share this cage with, a guy that has just put on incredible fights throughout his career. Benson, I know that tonight didn't go the way you wanted it to, but in coming into this cage and facing off with a young talent like that, how are you feeling about how your career has gone, and is there anything else you have to prove?
Hey, San Jose, I love you. I had some great moments in this building. I had some tough moments in this building. San Jose, you guys have always been here. You guys always show up. Thank you guys for that. To the whole world, thank you guys for all the love, all the support throughout my career. I always told myself these last 4 fights, I signed with Bellator. I told myself if I lose at all in these last 4 fights, then it's about that time. I've had a nice long run. I've done a lot of great things. Was able to do a lot of amazing accomplishments. And thank you to everybody around the world. Thank you guys for your love and support. I appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet, give it up for Usman Nurmagomedov and the legend, Benson Henderson.
The legendary career of Benson Henderson, at the age of 39, comes to an end with a hug from his wife, Maria, whose Bellator MMA career is just about to begin. Henderson, a former WEC lightweight champion, former UFC lightweight champion, involved in so many memorable battles. One of the greatest ambassadors the sport of mixed martial arts could ask for. A father of 4 who will now allow his wife the opportunity to shine. But no one shined brighter tonight than Usman Nurmagomedov at 24, the reigning, defending Bellator lightweight champion, the man to his right, Javier Mendez. When Nurmagomedov stepped into the gym of AKA, Javier Mendez, who has worked with some of the greatest fighters MMA has ever produced, said that Usman Nurmagomedov is the most gifted fighter I've ever come across. Let's go back to the fight test.
Mauro, thank you so much. We do want to talk about the champ, but I think we need to talk about Benson Henderson first, Josh. Laying down his gloves. I mean, it was a question we weren't sure was going to happen if he lost this fight. He had a couple more fights on his contract there, but he said if it got to this point, it was time to call it a career, and that's what we saw from Benson Henderson. Talk to us about his legendary career.
I mean, I know you can't see me right now, but I'm not crying. I got some dirt in my eyes, and you know, but it's just one of those moments. Like, it comes to an end for all of us. It really does. I mean, we tussle with it. I went through it. I gave it some time to breathe. You know, he made the decision in the cage, but for myself, I gave it some time to breathe. I understand. He's 39 years old. He's done it all. I mean, realistically, there's nothing more for him to prove. He's the WEC champ. He held the UFC title for a long time. He had some great victories over the who's who in this sport. And you can just see, like, he's fought Nate Diaz. He's beaten Nate Diaz. He's fought Gilbert Melendez. He's beaten Gilbert Melendez. I mean, he's fought me. He's beaten me. I mean, we've shared the cage together. He is one of the nicest guys, hands down. He's such a family man, and it's just nice to see him finally call it a career, because it has to end at some time.
This was the 42nd fight of his career, which just is an absolute incredible thing to say. His final record, 30-12. What were you going to say?
The last thing I want to say is it was a pleasure sharing the cage with him. It's a pleasure being his friend. I mean, he was here earlier running around right before he walked out, giving high fives to kids, saying hi to them, right as he was getting ready to walk out.
Yeah.
That's how relaxed he is. The sport is going to miss him.
It will. He is a legend. His final walk there, as you mentioned, it is the loneliest walk heading to the cage. You're seeing a lot of emotion from Benson Henderson as he walks out. I mean, Josh, just watching this, tell me what's going through your head.
I'm just going to let it breathe. That's really what it comes down to. You got to let him have his moment. I think everyone needs to watch.
Benson Henderson calling it a career tonight. Our congratulations to him on just an incredible career. Let's talk about the champion, Usman Nurmagomedov, a new generation of fighters. He is just 24 years old. He is now 17-0, Josh. Talk to us about his performance in the future for him, not just in this tournament, but overall in his career.
I mean, he just, like I said earlier, he exudes confidence. And you saw it tonight, but he also is very humble, very respectful. He is going to be a wrecking ball in this tournament. He's the champ now, but stylistically, he's a nightmare matchup for everyone.
2 fights down in the first round of this lightweight World Grand Prix. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. Our next fight is going to be May 12th. We head to Paris for that. We get Brent Primus going up against Mansour Bonaroui. Mansour Bonaroui getting to fight in front of a hometown crowd. Now, Brent Primus was not supposed to be in this fight, Josh. He got in last minute, and you think this is now a better fight?
Absolutely, it's a better fight. I mean, Brent Primus will stand in exchange. Sidney Outlaw is more of a grappler. He would have chased the takedowns. It was going to be a great fight on the ground, but Brent Primus is fantastic on the ground. But he's got vicious leg kicks. He's extremely strong. He's got big power in his hands. This makes for a lot more interesting fight. But Bonaroui brings something to the table that people just don't know yet, because he was gone for 3 years out of the sport, comes back and just systematically dismantles a top-tier grappler in Adam Piccolotti. And when he did that, he let everybody know in the Lightweight World Grand Prix that he's here and he's not messing around. He's here to win.
Soft-spoken, but we are excited to see both of them in that Grand Prix again, kicking off on May 12th. We get to see that fight. Big John McCarthy has stepped out of the cage. First of all, John, I want to say just an incredible job there talking to Benson Henderson. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you about that in a second. Let's talk about the Grand Prix, though. What excites you the most about this next fight we're going to see?
You know, Brent Primus is a phenomenal Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stylist. His submission game is outstanding, super strong. Bonaroui's different, though. He's got jiu-jitsu, but it's a catch wrestling style. And I think that matchup is just going to create an incredible fight.
Big John, let's talk about the fight we get to see after that. A lot of tension in this one between AJ McKee and Patricky Pitbull here. Look, AJ has had his beef with Patricio. He has fought him. He has won. He has lost. Now he faces the other Pitbull brother in the lightweight division. There's maybe a little bit of bad blood, a little bit of tension between AJ McKee and the Pitbull brothers. What can we expect in this fight?
Just a little bit? Is that what you're saying?
Just a wee bit.
Let's just be honest. They don't like each other. They respect each other, but they don't like each other. And the big difference here is that Pitbull comes after you with an aggressive style. He's different than his brother. His brother's more calculated. He's more just, I'm going to go after you and knock you out. And AJ's going to have to be careful of where that power lands, because when he does land, he can put anyone in the division out. Look at that knockout right there. Incredible. But AJ is one of the most dynamic fighters we have. He's so good everywhere. Great submission. Transitions. Look at him transition here to the triangle. He is so good with his wrestling, his submission game. He has power in his hands also, and he has speed. And speed might be the difference in this matchup. But let's just be honest. AJ McKee and the Pitbull brothers, yeah, they respect each other, but they don't like each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of mutual respect for each other, obviously, but Patricky Pitbull's going to have to make some adjustments from his last fight when he fought Usman Nurmagomedov, who is long and lanky and fast, just like AJ McKee. So he's already kind of laid the groundwork in training. Now he needs to fix and fine-tune that if he's going to have success against AJ McKee.
John, Big Josh, thank you so much. 2 fights down, an explosive road ahead in the lightweight World Grand Prix. But we know at least Alexander Shabliy, Usman Nurmagomedov, they are moving on.